So herzlich willkommen. Come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on the Wednesday grid. My name is Christopher, and I am delighted to have you here. Let's just hop into this construction here by David Ruckow, edited by Joel Faliano. Yep, that's the gas I needed. Let's get going. So how are we going to pony up here today? Well, I guess we're going to be ponied up by paying. In the past tense. I'm assuming. Bird, also called a sea parrot, and I do believe this is a puffin. Maker of squishy balls, perhaps Nerf. Anger is probably ire. So far, so typical. Obsequy and exequy are fancy terms for these rites, and this, I do believe, is a funeral. So I think, let's see, we got here. Draw might be the allure of something. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me that's going to be innaner. Oh. Where to find one's UCL, as suggested, yes, the ulna. Inaner. We can't just say more inane. Or we just take it to whole new levels and just say it is absolutely the most asinine thing I'd ever seen, or something like that. Anything but inaner. Oh, Christopher's show is inane, but Thomas's show is inaner. I mean, but what is that? I mean, what is that? Oh my gosh, makes me just want to have a drink. I mean, I say that in jest. I'd have that drink regardless, right? Okay, moving on. Getting over myself. One who might object to the phrase around the globe. Okay, if this is a T, inadvisable time to talk about one's ex. So yes, a date would be that T. So do you see it in here? I don't know if it's right, but I love it if it is. I just think this is so cool. A flat earther. That's great. Fit it right in there. Laundry detergent brand. I guess this is ERA. I don't know how to pronounce that. I've seen it my entire life. Is it a nod to the Equal Rights Amendment? I have no idea. Is it just an era for cleaner clothes? I don't know. We use that I don't even know what it's called. It just smells really, really good. And it's like, I don't know, basically like buying frankincense and myrrh. It's not cheap, but you just put it in and it just smells lovely. So it starts with llanero. And I guess we're talking about an año. And again, I really rue the fact that we can't use the tildes and other diacritical marks from various languages, the umlauts and stuff, because they're just so beautiful. Languages are gorgeous, right? Blank violence, really tearing into an Indian appetizer. I guess this is non-violence, as in the bread. I love it. That's good. Now all of a sudden we got some cleverness going on here. Started out over here with this obsequy and exequy, and now we're talking about flat earthers, ulnas, and non-violence, right? Feeling that can be caused by the final three letters of this answer. Tennis star Alcaraz. I think this is Carlos. Okay, and let's see. Grain husks could be chaff. Simple shelters perhaps are huts. And I think, yeah, this is nausea maybe. So volcanic debris being ash. Yeah, I'm sold on that. So the sea can make people nauseous. That's good. That's also good and clever. Social media display, maybe a feed. Cost to ride, fare. Stoops to, maybe Danes. Got this eye here. And look at me going all nice and orderly across this grid here today. It's good stuff. I'm glad to see that. I'm usually all over the board. Brew that might be double dry hopped for short. Now, you know, and honestly, I don't know anything about India pale ales. I know I have a kid brother that loves this stuff. I mean, he just drinks them like water. I don't know anything about them. I just know that anything that sounds like it might be artisanal or something to do with beer or whatever, double dry hopped. I mean, apparently IPAs have a lot of hops in them, I'm assuming. And I just don't drink beer. I mean, I'm a wine guy and I like martinis, I like scotch, but just don't drink beer. And I don't know much about them, but I think it's pretty interesting that the IPA makes its way in, and it's almost an elegant 3-letter clue, right? I mean, kind of nice. Suffix centi or milli, I guess this would be a peed. And let's see what we got here. Elevation could be height. And let's go back here and see what we got. Natural property line. Oh, maybe a hedgerow? Maybe. Now, if you're wondering why I always say maybe, it's because I'm deathly afraid of being wrong. I don't want to sound like I'm all confident and then I come across as being not confident, but rather arrogant. So it's always a maybe. You never know what the constructor's doing to the grid. Yes, I might feel more confident in certain answers, like a hedgerow or, say, the peed ending on the end of centi and milli or whatever that was down there. But I'm still never sure. She might be great. I'm thinking I'm seeing grandma in here. Muffin morsel, maybe. I guess that could be an oat. You know how morsely it is. A 4 could be air. And most nail biting. It's not as ugly as inaner, but it's pretty close. Tensest. Yeah, I don't know. Just one of those things. You look at it like, easy to carry weapons. I'm assuming these are small arms. Harp-shaped constellation. The Lyra. Call on the high seas. And that might make me stop for a moment. It's typically going to be ahoy, but if I didn't have that Y in there, it might give me some pause. Like land, or something, right? Could have been another call. State that's nearly 90% forested, and I think we're seeing Maine in the MA, but I do believe that should be correct. Philip of Kung Fu, and I think that's Philip On, and he was great in that show. Gosh, I mean, it was really before my time. It was like already in reruns, and by the time I was born, I used to watch it like every Sunday afternoon with my opa, which is German for grandpa, but yeah. Appear as a web page. Maybe we're loading here. It holds a lot back. Maybe a damn. Holy cow. OMG. Let's check this G, though. Cultivate. Yeah, I think we could say that's to grow. And to spot check ourselves, bygone kingdom of ancient Britain. And I'm assuming this is going to be Wessex, but I need to know on this X. So the X will tell me if I'm right. River where Achilles took a dip, and yes, that is the river Styx. All right, I feel good about grow and Wessex. 2. 1 of 17, Monopoly, maybe an avenue. And so, okay, the 2 could be overly, but that's not a really comfortable thing. Lake Superior's, I guess this is the Isle Royale. Hardest to find. Well, we got a lot of these, don't we? We got these superlatives and stuff in here. This is just head of the Egyptian god Thoth, and this is the ibis. Their drawers might contain drawers. Maybe armoires? Maybe? I mean, it fits, I think. Let's see. Deprive of, maybe rob of. Aer Lingus. I guess that's the old Gaelic, the old Irish for the air fleet. That's the national air carrier for Ireland, I believe, Aer Lingus. See it all the time at airports over here in Europe. Quite often in New York and other places when we're held over. But weighty birds, emus. What do we got here? These ubbers. Unlikely sailors. Okay. Actually, I had a professor in graduate school the first time I was in, and one of our exercises was to write a sea shanty from the perspective of a landlubber. And I think I was like 22, and I was just like, what's a landlubber? So, yeah. It might be the first time I've seen that since, right? We're talking the early 1990s, right? You know, take something as a plus, maybe adds. We're not going to have Carlos again, are we? No, let's see. Fourth most produced grain worldwide after corn. I'm assuming this is barley. I don't know that statistic, but I'll keep it in mind for the next time I see it. I mean, really, it's the fourth most produced grain worldwide. I mean, that might just pop up on a history thing or a trivia quiz or something, right? So barley, let's go ahead and commit it to memory. Let's do a save as function and put it somewhere where we can easily retrieve it. Wears away could be erodes. Some survey responses, knows. Fresh definitely could be sassy. I like sassy. Figure skater Lipinski, and that's Tara, and I think she was the big winner in the 98 Olympics. I'm an Olympics nerd. I mean, you know, ask me, you know, what year, you know, 1904 or 1912, and you know, they come up with something like, you know, 1940. I'll be like, trick question. There was no Olympics because of World War II, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm a real nerd for the Olympics, especially. Well, there's not an especially. I like the events from both winter and summer. But I love gymnastics. I love the ice skating. Love gymnastics, though. I mean, really, all of it. Ipe. I love the Ipe. Oxymoronic sounding pain relief brand. Well, this is in here quite often, actually. I think this is Icy Hot. Play-Doh, maybe? Sub. You know, my first inclination here is to put zero in, like zero, sub-zero, right? You know, that would be a good sub-zero thing. But I think we're talking about a sandwich, so maybe it's a hero. And I don't know for sure, but I can't think of anything else that would go there besides a hero with an O there, and I'm fairly certain Play-Doh is the answer. So I don't know. Common merch items. Okay, this may be t-shirts, and so far I think we're pretty good on our hero and Icy Hot. So org that specifically prohibits bowling pins and pool cues. I just saw this somewhere. The TSA. I who's bringing on a bowling pin onto the aircraft? I mean, Gorilla, for example. Collection of fine threads. Do you see it in there? I think I'm seeing spiderweb. It could be a long shot, but let's check our W here to see if we're even close. Farm, female. No, we can't check if we're even close on that. Okay, farm, female. So you got hens, ewes. Okay, it's neither a hen or a ewe. And then we have cows and we have sows. And so I think it's safe to have an O here. I don't know if that's going to be a C or an S up top, but what we got here? Word with shot or shine, and I'm assuming this is moon. Candy bar with a toffee center. Oh yes, this was my favorite when I was a kid. I loved the score bars. Las Cruces, New Mexico. Lots of great memories there. Seasonal vaccine target. Fly. I used to go up there almost every weekend when I lived when we were stationed at Fort Bliss in El Paso. Company at the center of the murder and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've never seen the movie, but obviously it looks like it could be very much Acme, and Acme's just that kind of thing. Did I just say fly? I meant flew. I think I was thinking of a fly went by yesterday when we had that clue from yesterday's puzzle. So state of order that this puzzle fails to achieve is maybe ducks in a row. Oh, I see. Okay. Now I see these circles here, right? So we've got TEA and then L. So it's not in a row, but it's a teal. So here we have a mallard, but it's not in a row, right? You're jumping one over. So a mallard, what do we got here? Is this an eider or a ready? I don't think I know that. Rubbers. Sabor. Oh, rubber ducks. Okay. Never mind. Right. Sorry. Tracking. I got a little confused on it myself, but apparently, yeah, we were talking about ducks in a row, and that's really clever. That's really cool. I wonder if that just happened by mistake or what, but it's pretty cool. So maybe the gorilla is a species. Mine is. It's funny. That's a good clue. Social security number, and let's see. So gossip and slang. Come on over for some tea. And a net supporter could be a rim. And unless I fat fingered something somewhere, which y'all have been looking at painfully the entire time, I'm so sorry if that's the case. But how do we do, Bob? Good. See, the great ugliness happened almost a week ago. It'll happen a week ago yesterday, where I finished a puzzle and I could not find where I fat fingered something. It was awful. And I wound up putting in rib cases for rib cages, and oh gosh, it's just awful. So now I'm freaking out every time I do the puzzle, thinking it's going to be wrong. And I don't have to check because I like my little gold star. You get first time you do the puzzle every day, you get the little gold star, and that's what I want. That's what I'm trying to earn here. But okay, let's get away with this now. I want to say that. I woke up in utter shock this morning at the number of people that are just subscribing and commenting such wonderful, nice things, and it just makes my day. I mean, I'm like floating on like, I don't know, clouds, sunshine, whatever. Walking on sunshine, floating on air. Can we get my metaphors correct here? But it really makes a difference, right? It makes it feel like, because quite a bit of work goes into this, and but it's a love, it's a labor of love. But it's the fact that we're just building this community, that y'all are building the community. I'm not even facilitating. I just have to be the guy that's running his mouth about the crossword, and it's just fabulous to have you here. Thank you so much. I mean, you just have no idea what it means to me, and I hope we always stay this way, engaged and interactive, and learning from each other. That's the biggest thing. So thank you so much. And with that, I'm still working on it here. I've got do widzenia z Bogiem. So this is my my Polish and Macedonian for see you later. In the meantime, back to my original German. Ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Ciao, tschüss, grüß Gott, auf Wiedersehen, servus, cheers.